for a year. So so nice to see everyone on the line. And I think we're just going to pass it off on to Celia here to get us started. So again, good morning and thank you so much everyone for taking the time to join us.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us this morning to launch the St. Joseph's Villa Caring Capital Campaign. My name is Celia Teal, co-chair of the campaign and chair of St. Joseph's Foundation. On behalf of myself and my fellow cabinet members, welcome. I would now like to take a few minutes to introduce our cabinet members who have been working so hard on this important capital undertaking. Our honorary co-chairs, Jim Gordon and Maureen Lacroix, my co-chair, Michael Debrina, cabinet members Mark Ashcroft, David Boyce, Sonia Delmessier, Danielle Gingras, Anthony Lawley, and Joanne Polkovitz. I would like to thank all of you. This campaign has proved to be very challenging in the midst of COVID-19, but we all remain passionate about the care and well-being of our seniors. I must admit, a campaign launch via Zoom has proved interesting. As technology experts, we are not. We would now like to share a brief video with everyone to officially kick off the formal launch of the St. Joseph's Villa Caring Beyond campaign. And again, thank you to all of our generous donors to date. Wow, what a moving and touching story. I can't tell you, I've seen that video numerous times and it gets me every single friggin' time. Now I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge a donation that we have just received before our formal launch in the amount of $200,000 from Power Corporation of Canada and the Demerara family. We truly cannot thank you enough. This extremely generous donation has gone a long way in helping us reach our goal. Thanks so much. It is now my pleasure to introduce our honorary co-chair, Mr. Jim Gordon.
Well, Celia, that short video is fictional, but as you said, it really does grab at your heart. But it is a good representation of why we are here today. St. Joseph's Villa has provided compassionate care for people like Ernesto and Maria for over 18 years. But we need your help, and we need your help now. The people who built this community are living in a safe, caring environment. But we need the help of citizens like you. Today, we are officially launching our Caring Beyond Capital campaign, and we have been humbled by the support that individuals, businesses, and the larger community institutions have provided so far. We are close to our goal, but we're at the point now where we're in the, you might say, the final sprint. And that's where we really need you to step up and be with us. because those people you saw, Ernesto and Maria, well, I have to say, I'm pretty close to them in age and time, and it could be any one of us who requires the compassionate care and the backing of an institution like St. Joseph's Villa. So I'm thrilled to be part of this important initiative, and we will be providing details of our efforts and the importance of this campaign during this presentation.
Thank you, Jim. And next we have Honorary Chair, Co-Chair Maureen Lacroix, who would like to say a few words. Maureen?
Merci, Célia. Bonjour, mes amis. Depuis 1960, en tant qu'infirmière autorisée, j'ai consacré de nombreuses années à l'amélioration des soins de santé dans notre communauté et notre région. Je suis donc bien placée pour comprendre l'engagement des travailleurs et des administrateurs de la Villa Saint-Joseph. C'est d'aller au-delà des soins. Cet engagement envers les résidents, les bénévoles et le personnel, je l'appuie entièrement. Voilà pourquoi je suis ravie d'agir à titre de coprésidente honoraire de cette campagne de financement. On dit qu'une organisation est définie par son entourage. Si c'est le cas, la Villa Saint-Joseph s'avère certainement être une entreprise des plus privilégiées de notre communauté. Bravo et courage.
Thank you, Maureen. Our CEO, Joanne Palkovitz, will now provide details on the capital campaign and the important projects it will support.
That's right. That is our new line here. You were on mute. My apologies. I want to thank Celia. I want to thank, I want to thank everyone who's on this line. I want to thank Maureen and Jim and to all the cabinet members. Thank you so much for your dedication to this campaign. Thank you to the cabinet members. Thank you to those who have donated to date. Many of you are online right now. And I truly, from the bottom of my heart, want to just thank you so dearly just for your dedication during these very challenging times. St. Joseph's Villa has been providing compassionate and caring service to our community for 18 years, but we now face a need to extend that same care and compassion to our facility by upgrading the villa to ensure and enhance resident, volunteer, and staff care and safety. It's important to note that the funding that we do receive goes entirely to cover basic costs for resident care and does not provide for capital dollars for upgrades and maintenance. And that is why we're appealing to you, our citizens, businesses, and senior levels of government to help fund improvements that will bring the facility up to its highest standards. We are fortunate to be supported by a stellar capital campaign cabinet that represents a wide and diverse group of dedicated community members. We're all very humbled by the support that the community has shown to date, and we are rapidly approaching our campaign goal of $4.2 million. In fact, as of today, we have received commitments totaling 73% of that goal. We have some very important upgrades earmarked for these funds. We are planning a $4.2 million 3-year retrofit program, including $1.2 million for a new roof and upgrading of our heating, ventilation, and air conditioning units. We also need to purchase windows, beds, mattresses, kitchen, bathroom, and other equipment that is very essential to our residents. COVID-19 has taught us much and has added greater urgency for the need to ensure that we upgrade our facility to its highest standards. The pandemic has resulted in unexpected costs for staffing, agency staffing, and PPE, just to name a few. It has also highlighted the crucial need to upgrade mechanical systems like our ventilation, heating, and air conditioning. And that is why support for our Caring Beyond capital campaign is so needed and is again so appreciated. Again, I thank you from the entire St. Joseph's Villa family. And in particular, I want to thank you from our residents. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you, Joanne, and we would like to thank you for your leadership and your team for being so dedicated. At this time, I would now like to introduce to you the Desjardins Group, who will share some exciting news.
Thank you. Quel plaisir pour moi d'être ici avec vous aujourd'hui. My name is José Prizo. I'm the Regional Vice President for Sudbury and Northern Ontario with Desjardins Ontario Credit Union. I would like to acknowledge the important work done by the entire St. Joseph's Villa team and the challenges they all had to work with during this past year. As a member of our community, Desjardins is pleased to be partnering with the Caring Beyond campaign to rejuvenate St. Joseph's facility to ensure the safety and comfort of the residents and the staff. Deux personnes de notre organisation se joignent à moi aujourd'hui pour célébrer ce beau partenariat entre Desjardins et la Villa Saint-Joseph. First, Mr. Billy Boucher, CEO, and Gabriel Godin, Vice President, Business Banking. À vous, Monsieur Boucher.
Merci, José. Bonjour à tous. Since becoming the CEO for Desjardins Ontario Credit Union, I've had the opportunity to learn more about the communities we serve across the province in our 51 branches. The Sudbury area, as you very well know, is home to a vibrant community, and Desjardins is an active partner in many projects. Last year, in 2020, we've given back 1.3 million across Ontario through donations and sponsorships, such as the one we're announcing today. The Good Spark Fund is one of our flagship initiatives to jumpstart regional development and socioeconomic recovery across Ontario. The Good Spark Fund will run until 2024, supporting key projects with 250 million in funding. It's a powerful way to support socially transformative projects created by members in our communities. Through our Momentum Fund, we already have helped 31 of our credit unions business members across Ontario. This fund aims to help local businesses accelerate growth and create quality jobs, two key drivers in regional economic development. The Momentum Fund covers 25% of project costs up to $10,000. In addition, this coming June, our members all across Ontario will share 9.4 million in member dividends, which is going to be returned to our local communities through our members all across Ontario. Acting together is a foundation of the cooperative model that helps shape a better future for all. We have developed many initiatives to support communities, and this partnership with the St. Joseph's Villa, we want to recognize the important role it plays in the Sudbury local area. The core values and the work they do to offer quality and dignified care to the residents resonated with us. I'm pleased to announce today our contribution of $150,000 to the fundraising campaign from our Community Development Fund. Enrichir la vie et des collectivités, c'est la raison d'être que nous incarnons au quotidien. La force de notre coopérative nous vient de nos 130 000 membres. Plus ils utilisent nos services, plus nous pouvons redonner à nos communautés aux besoins en Ontario. As Ontario's second largest credit union and, very proud to say, its fastest growing credit union across the province, we have the financial advice and services to make your project a reality. Gabriel Godin and our business team offer strategic and financial support to many businesses, such as the St. Joseph's Villa. In addition to the financial support we provide, what sets us apart from other financial institutions is that our credit union, our elected directors, and our employees are deeply committed to all the communities that we serve all across Ontario. Maintenant, je vais laisser la parole à M. Gabriel Godin, vice-président du marché des entreprises, de vous adresser quelques mots. Merci et à tantôt, Gabriel.
Merci, Billy. C'est vrai que nos employés et nos directeurs de compte sont bien engagés dans nos communautés. Et c'est certainement pour cela qu'ils sont tellement à cœur le succès de nos entrepreneurs qui font aussi le succès de nos collectivités. Whatever your needs and objectives, you can count on our expertise at every stage of your company's life cycle. Leverage our advice and financial services to take your business to the next level and achieve your goals. Our team consists of experts in various fields and for all sizes of business. Moreover, with Desjardins, you benefit from the support of a vast network for the management of your business. That's the choice that St. Joseph Villas has made in making Desjardins Ontario Credit Union its primary banker. Our partnership is not only a community partnership, but also a business partnership. We look forward in accompanying them through this project and many more. Merci. Thank you.
Merci
Thank
beaucoup,
you.
Gabriel. Contribuer à la santé et au bien-être des personnes est important pour nous et encore plus présentement. Nous plaçons toujours l'humain au cœur de nos actions. Pour Desjardins, travailler toujours dans l'intérêt des membres et clients, ce n'est pas une mode. C'est à l'origine même de son fondement et il y a 120 ans de ça. C'est ce qui nous permet chaque jour d'enrichir la vie des personnes et des communautés. Remember that every time you do business with Desjardins, you're choosing a cooperative financial group that invests in your community and helps enrich the lives of people and communities. Merci à tous et bonne campagne. Thank you and best of luck with the capital campaign.
Thank you, Jose, Billy, and Gabriel. Your contribution to our campaign is very much appreciated. Thank you so much. And now please welcome MP Mark Serre, who would like to share a few words with all of us.
Thank you, merci, wow. Thank you for welcoming me here for your special celebration and kickoff of the Caring Beyond the Capital campaign. It's really been a pleasure working with Joanne Polkovich and Cecilia Teal and so many of the staff and volunteers. Having members of the Caring Beyond Cabinet, board members of St. Joseph Healthcare, and donors joining us today, ramping up the excitement of this announcement. So a big thank you to the private sector like Desmarais Corp, the Desmarais family, the Desjardins Caisse Populaire, KPMG, Mario Grossi and family, just to name a few. Very important to get the involvement in the private sector. Merci beaucoup pour l'objectif ambitieux et la générosité pour les résidents et les entreprises se font sentir. Notre communauté reconnaît et apprécie les soins que vous offrez dans notre communauté. St. Joseph embodies their values beyond caring, the moment for service, integrity, dignity, and excellence. Just recently, I was thrilled to announce the federal government funding close to $1.6 million for St. Joseph Villa and St. Gabriel in Chelmsford. So this is a good step forward towards your goals. So finally, thank you to the staff, the countless volunteers, the residents, and everyone that is playing a key role in keeping one another safe and well during this pandemic. Alors, un énorme merci à chacun de vous qui joue un rôle clé dans la vie quotidienne des résidents. I really want to thank you. Merci, Miigwech. Please stay safe, healthy, everyone. And as mentioned by Jim Gordon and André Lacroix, the co-chairs, please give generously in any way you can with your financial or your time. We and you can make a difference. Merci. Thank you, Miigwech.
Thank you, Mark. And once again, thank you for all the support you have shown to this campaign. It's so much appreciated. In closing, I would like to extend our sincere gratitude to all of our donors. We are so very grateful for the businesses and the individuals who have so generously donated to the Caring Beyond campaign. We cannot thank you enough. We would now welcome any questions that you may have, and we'd be happy to answer.
Well, Celia, maybe we can mention our partnership with Doyle Chrysler.
Oh, yes, awesome. So as everyone may know, Doyle Chrysler has been in business for a while, and they're giving $10,000 a month away to certain charities. And for the month of May, our capital campaign has become one of those charities. We are up against Kids with Cancer, and Danielle, the third charity is
I forget.
I'm drawing a blank, and I apologize for that, but I'm drawing a blank. But the bottom line is there's 3 charities in the running, and obviously our seniors do care for our children, so it's going to be a tough race. And We just say support whatever charity you can, and if you can make a small donation to our Villa campaign, we'd be very much appreciative.
Super. At 73%, when did the program actually commence?
Sorry, I didn't get that.
I was asking about the program. When did you actually begin the campaign?
Okay, so we started late last year, probably October, November. And we wanted to get our feet on the ground before we did the official launch, and that's why we're here today.
Thank you very much.
Sorry, Aaron from Sudbury.com. So you launched it October, November last year. The goal is, 4.2 million, and you've already raised 73% of that?
That's correct.
That's pretty incredible. The donations that you announced today, $200,000 from Power Corporation Canada?
Yes.
And so that's new on top of the 73%, or is that included in the 73%? Just curious. Yeah.
No, we've included that in the 73%.
Okay.
We
All
just got confirmation of that donation 2 days ago, but it is included in that total.
Okay, and that also include. So was there 150,000 from Desjardins today?
That's included as well. So we've included
Okay.
everything that we've announced today. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Could somebody just go through again what the money is being put towards? There's 1.2 million for a new roof, heating, ventilation system.
Yeah, it's Joanne here, so I'd be
Hi, Joanne.
on to that. Yeah, good morning, and thanks for joining us this morning. So yeah, approximately 1.2 for the new roof, approximately 1.6 for the new HVAC system. And to be honest, I don't have costs on the other items, but as I mentioned, new windows, new beds, new kitchen equipment, industrial kitchen equipment, industrial bathing equipment. So again, this is a long-term care facility, so quite expensive items that need to be purchased.
And was this a 3-year program? You were planning, how long was the fundraising campaign supposed to go on for?
That's correct. So over it will take us 3 years to do the retrofits.
Okay.
So yes, that's what we're looking at, and hence the fundraiser over the 3 years.
But you're already.
I'm going to go where Aaron hasn't gone yet. Have you commenced any of the projects?
Yes, we have. So you might recall that last May, when COVID hit, we were actually, unfortunately, the first home in our area to have COVID enter our building. We actually had lost a resident that time. It was devastating. That was the first resident to die within the Sudbury Manitoulin area. And during that time, our roof started to leak badly. To the point that it was actually coming into the building and affecting resident rooms and staff areas. So as a result, we had no choice but to go out and tender and repair the roof. Why we had to start a capital campaign was that we actually thought that we'd be able to finance it through banking, but unfortunately we could not, just because of the restrictions imposed by the government. So as a result, we've launched this public fundraising campaign, and as you know, the community has been very generous to date to assist us. So Mark mentioned federally, the government has come through with that 1.6 to help us with our HVAC system. So again, we've already gone out to tender that. We hope to install the HVAC system this summer prior to winter coming, of course. As I said, the roof has already been repaired. So there were a number of things that were critical to the health and safety of our residents that we had no choice but to get done, which put us in debt. So hence why the fundraising up front, and the more upfront dollars that we can get, certainly very helpful. That will help us offset those costs that we've incurred to date.
Perfect. Thank you.
Hi, Lindsay from CTV News here. I would love to hear from somebody who's actually donated. I know that it was mentioned that there's a couple of people on the Zoom call. So maybe you could just explain, why you donated and yeah, something like that.
Marion or Linda, would you be willing to comment?
I'd be happy to comment. Linda Wilson here. I actually was a board member for 9 years with St. Joseph's Health Center. My father, before he passed, was a resident. And I have to tell you that my family and me, we were so impressed with the level of care, the caring of individuals from cleaners right up to the administrative staff. It was heartwarming, it was appreciated, and it was comforting as a family. Following my father's passing, I became a member of the board at St. Joseph's because I was so impressed and because I was so appreciative. And I was allowed then to be a part of an organization that I cannot speak more highly of. The warmth, the caring, the compassion, everything, the focus, they live their vision and mission. And to be able to contribute back to that and help through this campaign is an honor and a privilege. And I cannot, if anyone out there wonders what to do with some spare dollars, all I can say is that this is money well spent, and please give, because it's given from the heart and accepted from the heart.
Thank you, Linda.
Thank you.
And I would be happy to add to that. I'm a current board member of St. Joseph's. I've worked in long-term care in British Columbia and other places. And my partner is a geriatrician. So between us, we have an enormous big heart for the care of older adults, and particularly the vulnerable older adults that find themselves in long-term care. I doubt that it's anybody's vision to end in long-term care. And so there's a very compelling purpose to long-term care, and a very compelling reason to make it an experience that is life-giving and worthy and meaningful. And I have to say that St. Joseph's Health Center generally is the best you will find anywhere. The staff are so dedicated. This is difficult work, and they do it with joy and with compassion. I am just beyond proud to be on the board and to be contributing to this campaign. Thank you.
Thanks to you both. I was just wondering, Marion, if I could get your last name as well. I noticed that Linda had her last name on her Zoom, but
Sure. It's Briggs, Briggs.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And
You're
I was
welcome.
wondering too, if somebody else could comment on COVID-19 and if there has been any added cost to the capital campaign that dollars need to be raised in order to do certain things that are, necessary with the pandemic.
So as Joanne, I can certainly speak to that. So definitely, I think, as I mentioned, just even in terms of our HVAC system, the need for enhanced ventilation and air circulation and air conditioning, that certainly the standards have been increased as a result of that. And hence why, again, that was acknowledged by the federal government who stepped up. And again, so Mark, thank you very much. I know that you worked very hard and lobbied very hard on our behalf, as did Paul Lefebvre, to try and help us get funding for that HVAC system. So as a result, it's looking like the majority of the cost for the HVAC system itself will be in fact covered by the federal government and provincial governments, with the largest contribution coming from the feds. And so we're certainly very appreciative to them. I must also mention that the municipality, the city of Greater Sudbury, you may have seen as well, has also donated $500,000. So again, we're certainly very, very grateful to our municipal partners. Again, they run Pioneer Manor, as we know. Certainly they're very well aware of the upgrades that are going to be required at Pioneer Manor. And I know that they're undertaking some renovations as well. So definitely there's those costs as well. And I think maybe it's a hidden cost, but just even in terms of trying to fundraise dollars has been very challenging because of COVID. I mean, who would ever have thought that, here we are doing a Zoom meeting to try and have meetings with business people or even with individuals is very, very challenging. And to try and get that request out or that heartfelt ask out to people has certainly been very challenging, and I would say has enhanced certainly the hours required to try and raise the dollars. So it's a hidden cost, but it's certainly a very extensive cost, just from the hours. I mean, we're already putting in, I don't think people realize, I get emotional, the thousands of hours that all healthcare workers are putting in, trying to keep all of our residents and patients and staff safe. My staff work literally every single hour of the day. We have not taken a day off since March the 10th of last year. We're all working very, very hard. So this is just an added burden in terms of the requirement to fundraise dollars. So again, hence why I'm just so appreciative to everyone who's dedicated their time to helping us raise dollars. I'm so appreciative to everyone who's on this call who has donated already. I'm so appreciative to the businesses, to individuals. I'm just honestly heartfelt grateful to every single person who's helping us out. These are very, very challenging times. As I said, we have had people die, and it's been devastating. Long-term care, our villas, St. Joseph's Villa and St. Gabriel's Villa, are people's homes. So it's very different, because when someone dies, it's very hard, certainly for obviously that individual, for their families, but also very, very hard for our staff, because they get to know our residents. And in fact, because of COVID and because of the visitor restrictions, they've become more their family, which I think has made it increasingly hard. And the fact that our staff are working so hard to try and keep people alive, literally, when someone dies, it is very, feels very deflating, and it's very heart-wrenching. So again, the staff here are rock stars. I cannot say enough about our staff. They are truly rock stars. They've done everything that they can. But yes, we did lose our one resident to St. Joe's Villa, and over the Easter weekend, we also lost 2 residents at Villa St. Gabriel Villa. So again, it was devastating. Having said that, we've had 2 outbreaks at each of our homes since, and we have not lost any further lives. So again, our staff are containing it. The vaccines are certainly helping. We know that we have had residents who have acquired COVID, even despite the vaccines, but they have not gotten sick. So I encourage every single person out there, please get the vaccine. Please get the vaccine. It will not only save your life, it will save your loved ones' lives, and it will save your colleague. And for my staff, this is a plea to my staff, please get the vaccine, because it's going to help save your lives and those of everyone that we love. So please get the vaccine. That's a big plug. If I could have one, I'd put that on the news for me, please.
Thank you so much for answering my questions. I appreciate it.
Celia, this is Hugh from Sudbury Star Post Media. I wanted to ask, how many residents do you currently have or normally have? And what is the length of their residency with you? How long do they call St. Joseph's a home?
So it's Joanne here, and I'll answer that question if I may. So we have 128 beds at St. Joseph's Villa. But again, because of COVID, currently we have 6 what we call IPAC beds, infection prevention and control beds, that we're leaving vacant. Should someone get COVID, we are cohorting residents and moving them into those beds. So currently we have 122 residents living and residing at St. Joseph's Villa. The average length of stay has certainly decreased over the years. As I said, we've been open now for well over 18 years. And certainly when people used to come in here, we're much healthier and stronger. Now we're seeing many more frail, many more comorbidities with our residents. So I honestly don't have the average length of stay. I'm sorry, I don't have that for you. But I would say it's, I'm not even going to guesstimate, my apologies. It's probably 8 months to a year might be an average.
Thank you.
Joanne?
Yes, Jim.
There's one point that I would like to see raised. I didn't speak to you ahead of time about this matter, but the one thing that has really impressed me very much is the fact that not only do we have the Villa and St. Gabriel's, but that the organization also has another endeavor which we don't really hear about that much, but is playing a very significant role in the city right now. And I wonder if you could just comment about the relationship and the development of the Clarion Hotel.
Sure. Well, I'd be happy to, Jim. So yes, people aren't often aware that we actually have a second hospital in Sudbury, St. Joseph's Continuing Care Center. So we have a 64-bed rehabilitative hospital that's located here on South Bay Road. It's actually co-located with St. Joseph's Villa, same administration. And we have now been open for over 10 years, our rehab center. When COVID hit back in April, HSN determined and reached out and requested that they wanted us to open additional beds. So in a matter of 8 days, we partnered with the Clarion Hotel and we opened 60 hospital beds at that site that continue to operate to this day. They are full. Half of the patients that we have there in hospital beds are rehab patients, and the other half are alternative level of care patients. Again, multiple comorbidities. Again, a very, very a challenging group of patients. Again, we have rock star staff who are working in that less than ideal state location, but nonetheless, still getting excellent care by excellent staff. And we are currently looking at a permanent location. We actually have a proposal into government for an additional 72 permanent rehab hospital beds. So actually I've been spending a lot of time, as have some of my team members, looking for a permanent location, because we know that the need is there. The Clarion site has certainly demonstrated that. And so we hope to be able to announce shortly the opening of those 72 new permanent rehab St. Joseph's Continuing Care beds here in Sudbury.
So what goes through my mind when you're talking about that, both as a former political person, but also as a citizen and an elderly person, is that this organization, this nonprofit organization, not one penny of any money that's raised or money that comes to us doesn't go into care for citizens. But as well, one of the biggest problems that we've had in this city, I even did a report on it after I retired for council, and that was the alternative level of care patients and what was happening, and I made some recommendations and so forth. But when people think about this organization, St. Joseph's Villa, and what it entails, the thought that comes to my mind is this is probably the key organization that not only provides for care for geriatrics to either renew themselves and then go back out into the community again, or is there for them when they pass away and provide the kind of care that people should, compassionate care that people should get. But also, this organization provides that escape valve for the hospital, that it provides that valve that allows alternative level of care people to be not in a hospital bed, but to be in another bed that allows the hospital to do the kinds of things that hospitals like to do most of all. And I don't think the people of this community really know that and understand how important this organization that we have had an opportunity now to help and serve, what a tremendous role they're playing. So that if I happen to come down with something really serious, could happen, and I need a hospital bed, I can thank you people for having stepped up and come up with some creative ideas to make it happen. So I really want to drive that point home. The money goes, any money that comes to this organization goes into care for people. It does not go for profit. And secondly, it is providing also an additional benefit to the community, and that is beds are available for people when they're really sick. I can't think of anything more important than that. So thank you.
Oh, thank you for that, Jim. I'll certainly share that with my staff. Thank you for that.
So once again, thank you, everyone. I'm so proud to be part of the Sudbury community and part of this capital campaign. We, from the bottom of our hearts, cannot beyond thank people enough. So thank you for all the donations we've received to date. And I encourage anyone that can to please donate. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Please stay safe, stay healthy, and please stay home. Take
Oh,
care.
and get vaccinated, eh, Joe?
Yes, I know. Awesome, Seal. Way to go. And get your vaccine when you can, everyone. Take care, everyone. Have a great afternoon. Bye for now.